How to remain desired in a long-term relationship. Long-term, you got to stay cute, girl. You have to desire yourself. You got to desire to look good every day. You got to desire to present as desirable to everyone every day. Okay? That's how. Don't stop. Oh, yeah, workout clothes too. Not too tight. Okay? Don't get them nasty booty cheek leggings. Don't do cheek, right cheek, okay, in the gym. Don't do that. All right. So, don't do the left cheek, right cheek in the gym, okay? We ain't doing that. Get you some decent looking leggings that don't do left cheek, right cheek, okay? All right, sprinkle. Being desired about yourself. You have to know you're desired before you get desired. How do we dress classy, feminine, and elegant? You're 20 years old. What should I be wearing during the daytime, afternoon, evening? You need to start following people on Instagram and TikTok that dress classy in their 20s. Feminine and classy. Not trendy and trashy, but feminine and classy. You need to start making Pinterest searches to look up feminine and classy outfits for 20-year-olds. Okay, you need to do your research because every city is different. Every country is different. You can put your city, your country, or your age range in there to know how to dress best, okay? People are dressing all sorts of ways. In California, Miami, Texas, New York, everyone has a different outfit and a type of dress that's considered classy, sexy, or just classy, okay? So you have to do your research to where you live. Like for me, I live in Texas. Our outfit choices are going to be very different than someone who lives in Miami, okay? So depending on where you live, the type of money you're going after, like I have a piece of like hair right here. The type of money you're going after needs to be how you dress to attract and be desired. Your own worst enemy. There's no one to blame but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Every choice and decision that you make always points back to you. So the more you realize that, the better you can become. It's called self-awareness. And when you're aware of yourself and your flaws and all the excuses that you keep making and all the blah, 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 you can change it. But until you admit that to yourself, you're going to keep going in a circle and being your own worst enemy. So that's what you got to do. You got to stop and understand where you are going wrong, what decisions you need to be making better. And stop making excuses. We don't care. Nobody cares, actually. When you tell someone an excuse, they don't care. Either you do or you don't. Okay? We don't care. No one does. You have to care before anyone else does. I'll repeat that. You have to care before anyone else does. So if you have an excuse, oh, well, I can't do this because of that. Okay, I don't care. All I heard was you can't do something. Wonderful. I didn't care why, and I don't care about anything else. I know you can't do it. I'm putting you in the category of can't do. Oh, you can do something, or you'll figure out how to do something, or you're trying to do something. Okay, that's better. As soon as you have a negative mindset about yourself or about the things you're trying to accomplish, you're already failing. You're making them same types of excuses that them deathies be making. And y'all asking them to do stuff for y'all. You got to do something for yourself, mentally, physically. You got to level up and no more excuses, ladies. There ain't no excuse. And I think a lot of people realize that it's better not to say anything if you're going to say something negative about yourself. It's better not to make a comment of why you can't do something versus figuring out how you're going to do it, you know? I tell him I'm neurodivergent. You don't tell them nothing. Have y'all not been listening? Why do you? No, you never tell them nothing. Tell them what they need to know, and that's about it. Your bank account, you tell them how much you want in your bank account. You give them your Cash App information, your Venmo, and your PayPal. That's the only thing they really need to know, okay? Y'all be telling them stuff they didn't even ask you. Don't tell them a thing, darling. Back in the old days, people didn't even know what that was, okay? Back in the 80s and the 90s, no, they just called y'all crazy, and they liked it. They called you spicy, crazy, different. Keep it like that, okay? Why y'all gotta put clinical terms to your crazy? Stop it. Just be a surprise. Let it be a surprise, okay? It's called being mysterious. And this is another problem y'all have. Y'all literally walk around with your quote unquote diagnosed disorders as your personality. I remember the good old days when they just called y'all crazy, different, weird. Yeah, keep it like that. Should you wait till after the first date to ask for money? No, they should already be bringing you money by the first date, or they should be bringing you a gift. Why? Because you should have been talking on the phone from the start, first conversation about what you're saving up for, what you like, the Aunt Ethel, the earrings you dropped and lost. They need to have all that information before they even get to the first date. What's your favorite flower? All this kind of stuff. If you didn't start from the first conversation, then yes, you need to be having that conversation on that first date. If they like you times 10, it's not a problem. They'll listen and they'll respond with action.
Get way more as a single woman than you could being in a long-term relationship in a struggle of. So when these guys tell you, ooh, you're going to end up alone, and that's why nobody getting married. Well, who wants to marry and struggle? I'd rather be alone getting these bills paid every month from whoever than struggling and sitting there looking at you talking about what you gonna do. So I would rather be single and have a chance of meeting someone or struggling by myself and doing things for myself than sitting in the house with a grown man that's bringing me down. Okay. So there's no excuse for struggle. Look, I don't care what they've done to you. Unless they even gave you one of their vital organs, you don't owe them a thing. Okay. And you really still don't owe them nothing either because they volunteered to give it to you. Struggling alone is enough, right? So be aware of the struggle man. He may be good looking. He may smell good, but what's in his wallet? Does he have a Capital One? Does he have a bank account? Is it full? Can you use some of that?
Man, get in your head and you have zero game. Zero. Okay? Men don't test women. Women test men. Period. We already know they want us. That's all given. So, if they don't pass our test, they can move along. Our test is, do you like us times 10? Our test is, are you trying to be a provider and prove it? Our test is actions versus words. That's the only 3 tests you need, okay? What they're testing y'all to see if y'all gonna take the bare minimum, if you like them for them. Knowing they look like who did it and why, and old enough to be your daddy or your granddaddy. The answer is already no in their mind. They already know you don't like them for them. They already know you're out their league. They already know they gotta reach in their pockets. So what are they testing? To see how stupid and dumb and desperate you are? And using the power of suggestion on you to trick you into liking them for them, even though you would never like them and touch them if they had no money? Think about it. I want to see if she likes me for me. To see if she was going to pass the test of liking me for me, even though I look like who did it and why. She would never be with me if I hadn't had this money. I just want the fantasy in his head. He wants a fantasy, man. He wants to know that you like him for him, even though nobody like him for him. It's disgusting. If you ever do that, slap yourself, okay? Don't go over to some man's house and start cleaning. You ain't nobody's grandma. Stop, okay? Clean your own house or start a cleaning business and get paid or something. But definitely don't do that. That is the most ratchetest thing you can do. Don't do that. Please stop. If I were a man and some woman came over my house and started cleaning, I would be mad at her. I would be mad at her. Who told you to clean? No, I don't want you to clean, Pick Misha. No, stop. You're not going to be my wife. I'm not going to make you my long-term girlfriend. You could try to clean and cook your way over here, but now you're just looking real desperate. Do not. Broke up with him, but he is non-reactive. Because you're supposed to be done when you break up with a man. Okay? You could have just ghosted him. He probably didn't care. He probably didn't want to be in a relationship anyway. Did you force that commitment? Most of the time, y'all did. Most of the time, women force commitment. That's why when y'all break up with men, they don't care. They didn't want to be with you anyway. You're not supposed to be dating people that don't like you. That doesn't make sense. It's not financially smart, and it's a waste of time. Okay? So I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all this, but y'all just won't listen to this part. Even if I make a whole video talking about it, y'all still won't listen to it. They must like you times 10. They must like you times 10. They must like you times 10. If they like you times 10, they will give you money. If they like you times 10, they will pay them bills. If they like you times 10, you won't even have to ask for the time. They just gonna listen to what you need and want, and they will get it to you. Never compliment their looks. Okay? You are the one that's supposed to look good. I can't stand a woman who compliments a man's looks. It's getting desperate. You understand? I was watching this show and I was cringing so bad. I want to slap people through the screen. I'm not going to tell y'all what show it is because I don't know if those people follow me or not. But you know what? The pygmishness upon the show was getting on my nerves. Even my daughters were shaking their heads like, why?
makeup to sleep. If you are horrendous without makeup, at least leave your eyebrows on. And if your face is another color, leave your makeup on. Okay? I'm just being honest. I know a lot of ladies are extra sensitive, and I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have time. We don't have time for sensitivity. We got to get down to it, okay?
So you're acting impressed with them for the wrong reason. You need to treat them like a regular person, with respect, with decency, but you don't give them any special privileges. You don't do nothing you wouldn't do unless they are spending or giving money to you. So their money means nothing if it's in their bank account. It means more if it's in yours, okay? So you treat them exactly the same as the next person. You don't give them any special treatment. When they ask you what you like, you name expensive things, you name nice gifts, you name travel, you name whatever. And if they can't deliver it, you're no longer impressed. You're not impressed. They're just like a regular person to you, because their money is not impressive unless it becomes your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They need to be old enough to have to pay, because they need to be old enough for you to know and for them to know that you ain't gonna be with them unless they're giving you something. You're not gonna, you can be seen out in public holding their hand, chewing food across the table from them, unless they are benefiting your life in some way. Because what young woman wants to be out with some old man who's not doing anything for her? That doesn't make sense. So they already know what they're supposed to be doing, and if they don't do it, then bypass. Okay? Wealth is not the goal. Being provided for is the goal. Okay, so their wealth is their wealth, but are they going to make you wealthy? Are they going to give you money to be rich? Are they going to give you money to be provided for? Otherwise, we're not impressed. Okay, if they try to control you with everything, then that's why you need to make sure you're getting their money and creating a business.